Yeah, start.
So present my screen.
All right. While Ansh figures out the technicalities aspect, I'll introduce myself quickly. My name is Jay. I'm the founder and CEO of Bob. And Ansh is the co-founder, the CTO on the backbone of the company. And well, while Ansh is trying to figure out, how to present and what's happening with the document, all right, perfect. I just want to ask all of you actually a question. Right? We're from Bangalore currently, recently graduated from Christ University. And one of the key problems that we faced was with the cab bookings, the whole cab market, right? And I want to ask you all a question. Have you ever faced a situation where you're trying to book a cab ride, but you're unable to do so because of the surge pricing, the long waiting periods, drivers canceling out, simply being unable to book a ride? Well, that was practically us throughout our college life. And turns out a ton of people are facing these problems, right? And over 70% of the urban market rely upon apps like Ola, Uber, Rapido regularly. Next slide, please. So the essential problems that we were facing were this whole process is slow, it's inconvenient, it's frustrating. And what do you do when something is not booking? You switch between multiple applications. So this again, it's complicated, and it's a waste of time. It's a waste of money as well. And that is the whole reason why we founded Bob. Next slide, please. Bob is your one-stop solution that gives you all your top ride-hailing services in a single place, be it your Ola, Uber, Rapido, we have them all. We're simply here to ensure that all of our users have the best convenience to book either the cheapest or the fastest ride utilizing a proprietary technology. And we're the only app currently in India that is integrating the APIs of these other platforms, to give this data and not web scraping. Next slide, please.
Okay, so talking about the application breakdown. So as you can see in front of you, so this is Bob. So Bob, like as you can see, you can select a place from where you want to go from point A to point B, and you have multiple available options like Uber, Ola, Rapido, Namayatri, whatever you want to select. So you can check out with, you can view the price breakage of whatever is there. You can apply the coupon, and voila, you have your ride with you, and you just bob it. Talking about
Ansh, your background has some noise, so be a little louder so that on YouTube this performs better, this video. All
sure,
right?
sure, sure, sure. I'll try to be louder. Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just be a little
So
louder.
yeah, yeah. So talking about the competitor analysis, so we have got two competitors. We cannot be the lone wolf in the market. So we have got Navigate and Cap Compare with us. So both of these companies use web scraping, which is a form of way to steal data out of websites. So Navigate is a company which actually steals data out of websites like Ola or Uber, but they are not very sure of whether you will get the book right done or not. They also essentially compare the prices as well. So does Cap Compare, but they are not very trustworthy at the time when you need it the most. So how is Bob better? Then that's the question. So we have got a wide range of options. So we are the first Indian app to ever integrate with ONDC on the ride-hailing platform. We have got multiple options for you, and simply you don't have to switch between multiple apps. What you need to install like Uber, Ola, Rapido. So you have got all in one app. So no need for duplicating effort, and you just bob it. And we not only give you the cheapest but the fastest ride as well.
Now, coming to the business model of how we're going to make money, right? We charge a standard CTC format where we get a fixed percentage of commission for every successful ride being booked by us. As Anshad mentioned, we have signed multiple MOUs with a wide range of aggregators. If it is Ola, Uber, Rapido, the big guys, we have signed it at 5%. As we start going smaller aggregators, if we take Yari, for example, Yari, we're charging 10%. But the smaller aggregators, let's say in Bangalore, there is one area, they have only around 60 cabs and they cater to that particular market. We're charging a little bit over 15% from them currently. The other streams are also, we have a targeted advertising, the data sales, tech licensing, and we'll eventually charge a platform and a convenience fee on our application because of the proprietary technology for the fastest booking. Because we're not doing this via ETAs, we're actually using automation and we're booking the ride for you automatically across all the platforms if timing is the main problem for you. In terms of our vision, I mean, we don't wish to be just in the mobility sector. Eventually, we want to pan into e-commerce, quick commerce, food delivery, etc. Right? We want to go that side because the problem exists that side as well. Next slide, please.
Yeah, so talking about the product roadmap, so we started this as a project back in July 2024 last year. So things became a serious little bit when we started our collaboration. We signed an MOU with ONDC and other brands. So right now we are in our MVP situation and we are expecting anywhere over a million downloads by the end of September 2025. And we want to scale more than that. And we are expecting that somewhere to happen this year, December 2025.
Now, in terms of the traction, initially back in July, we actually did a small pilot utilizing a beta application where we were also utilizing a different tech stack. We were also web scraping data just to validate the concept. So we've done this with approximately 70 users who completed over 500 rides, and just with the search pricing aspect, they've saved up to 25% upon rides, right? And this First of all, we could not maintain this whole web scraping thing because, like Anshad mentioned, it's borderline illegal. But financially, it's very expensive. There is no revenue coming in. It's a lot of data. There's a lot of effect on the cloud. So that's the reason what we're doing is we were like, okay, let's take the hard route, go catch hold of these companies, get their APIs integrated, and move ahead, right? Uh, Next slide, please. Well, this is essentially us. We graduated from Christ University, like we mentioned. That's a founding team that works very hard. A little bit about the company. We've received a technical grant from Microsoft for $250,000 to build and scale. We're backed by Microsoft, IMB, and SRCell as well. We're recognized among the top 12 student-led startups in South and East Asia for the AWS Campus Contract Challenge. And like Anshad mentioned, we're India's first ONDC-led mobility aggregator platform. And that's us. Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
just have a quick demonstration video of how the application works and how the app breakdown goes through, right? So we'll just show you that video in a second.
Sure, sure, sure. Give me a sec, please. Are you able to see my screen?
Yep.
Just a second. Yes. So this is it. You can simply type the location that you want to get to, right? And just bob it. Ultimately, you get an options page where you can book from your bikes, auto, cabs, and you select your ride, and that's it. Your ride's booked. Your driver details are there from whichever app that you're doing, and your ride gets essentially booked right now. So this is essentially how the app breakdown is functioning right now with a version 1 that is going to be out in another 3 days. So
Does
yes,
does
that's
this
basically how
does
the application is.
does this give an option that you have selected Uber or Ola or
Yes, yes,
okay?
yes. So you have all these options kind of showing in the options page itself. So you have Ola, Rapido, Uber. So they show you the prices automatically, right? So you get to pick upon that if pricing is what you want to go for the cheapest ride. But if you're booking the fastest ride, utilizing our automation, we book it on every single thing. Let's say you want the fastest cab, right? We book it on everything. The minute one gets booked, we cancel out on everything and we give you this. And the driver details, the application details, all of that will be portrayed in front of you.
All right, so this is nice. We'll get into the Q&A section. So
Yes.
before we do that, just give me a second here.